Welcome to X Factor Marketing with one of my favorite real estate people. He has been on a tear lately all across the country. I had to have him on the podcast. He has so much to talk about.
Use AI to free up time so you can be a better human.
Ooh, yay. You can use AI to free up time to allow you to really do what you love, which is the face-to-face, the relationship part of our business.
There was a guy in our office, 2005. He hasn't sold a house yet, but he's rebuilt every piece of technology we have. And the key is you got to find the tool that helps solve a problem that opens up more time.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to X Factor Marketing. We're here today with one of my favorite real estate people. He has just been on a tear lately all across the country, sharing his factor with so many of our EXP agents that I had to have him on the podcast because he has so much to talk about. So Russ Laggan, I'm going to jump right in there. Welcome to the podcast.
Let's go. I'm super excited. You hit me up for this and I'm like, not only yes, but hell yes. Let's go full throttle, full contact, you and me. Love it.
Absolutely. I love it. So I always say that one of the things that I love about what we both have been doing for so many years together, because you and I go way back, is that we get to collect the best of the best ideas of what real estate agents are doing out there today in the market that is working. And you in particular, since moving into your role of VP of training for EXP University, are frontline doing that every day for us. So out of the gate, I'm going to ask you, just give me one thing that you've heard from one of our agents or team leaders that they're executing on in today's market right now that is having an impact on their business.
Yeah, so that's a great question. So I know you were watching me do Instagram airport roulette.
Yes.
Like, what are we going to deal with today? So that was a lot of fun. So I did 9 events in 9 weeks. It was absolutely nuts. Thousands of people. And I'll tell you what, it was interesting because I saw some speakers that just blew me away, right? I saw some speakers like, yeah. And then I heard a couple people say the same thing a couple of times. And I think this is kind of interesting to me. And I like this. I really love this. It resonated with me. It's like, use AI to free up time so you can be a better human.
Yes, I love that's the reason we should all be using AI.
Yeah, it was here are a couple things you can do that free up time so that you can get face to face and start showing up and being present, being consistent and being there, right? And you've heard me go through this stuff that I teach forever, right? It's relationship business. If you want to change your life, change your world, set up a scenario where you say, I'm just going to add 5 people to my sphere of influence every week doing stuff I love. And the cool part is some of the AI stuff in the background can really simplify. I can actually do a market update on AI now. It takes me like 12 seconds to prompt, and I get exactly what I need to be able to do a market update. So it's finding those things, and there are so many different avenues. But
I want to drill into this for a second because I know you can speed through so many things and we will speed through so many things, but I think there is a mindset pivot here that is an unlock for agents.
Yes.
And the unlock that I want to make sure that we really drill into is that you can use AI to free up time to allow you to really do what you love, which is the face-to-face, the relationship part of our business, because we're not necessarily the technology part of the business isn't what we're excited about. And I know you. Yeah. You're not excited about using Lovable or using the AI tool of the day. You're excited about the relationship part and being in people and being in conversation.
Yes.
So when you have that unlock, and I think for many agents, when they have that unlock that, I can learn a tool, a technology tool, and in this case, an AI tool to free up time to do more of what I love. Now that's powerful.
That's super powerful. So I think the shift is there's so much noise around AI right now, and there's so much getting lost in the shuffle because everybody feels like they should be doing something that they're not doing. Let me tell you a quick story. Okay. There was a guy in our office, 2005. I had moved to Tampa, Florida for the best real estate market in the world, right? My wife's cousin convinced me moving to Tampa was a great idea. And his words, Wendy, he said it exactly like this. Russ, an idiot can make $100,000 a year in Tampa, Florida right now. And I'm like put both hands up. I'm like, I'm the biggest idiot I know. Let's do this. I moved to Tampa, Florida, and I'm in the office, and there's a guy in the back. There's 5 computers in the back, and there's a long desk, and he's back there every day, just tick, 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 tick. So I finally, like a month in, I was like, hey, Rob, like, what's the deal with this guy? And he goes, like, I don't know, man. But he's rebuilt every form in our company. He hasn't sold a house yet, but he's rebuilt every piece of technology we have. And I'm going like, go freaking have lunch with a human being, right? So there's so many different, I felt like I was missing out on something. It's like, what is he doing that I'm not doing? And the key is you got to find the tool that helps solve a problem that opens up more time. Don't look at all the, like Wendy, you've seen my shop. I have more tools than a human should probably have. Oh yeah, by the way, there's a shop in the garage too. And there's more tools.
It would be the woodworking shop.
Woodworking shop / knife working shop.
Yeah.
I don't use every tool on every project, right?
Right.
I have a certain level and there's certain things I use all the time. So it's like find those core things. So like in my wood shop, I got table saw, bandsaw, planer, joiner, workbench, clamps and glue. I touched those on almost every project, right? So you got to find those root parts and pieces. So for me, AI to do my market update, to tell me what's going on in my market, super simple prompt. I don't have to go into the MLS and dig around and play with the radius searches and all that stuff. I literally just grab my phone. I'm like, I need a real estate market update for the last month, telling me what the total sales were for the month, telling me what the median sales price was last month versus the same time last year and 5 years ago. And I'd like you to exclude Detroit proper.
Okay.
Because Detroit proper.
Here's something that you did. You said, I grabbed my phone and you started talking. So I don't even have to type all of that in as a prompt to my phone. I can just talk that in as a prompt to my AI of choice, my Claude, my Chat GPT, whatever I'm using. And that is another powerful thing that I think a lot of agents are starting to figure out, that this can save you so much time. I don't need to prompt that all out. I don't need to type it all out. I don't need, as you said, to go into my whatever MLS interface and click how many clicks. Remember we used to count how many clicks it took us to get to what we wanted? And efficiency was if we could reduce it from 20 clicks to 15 clicks, from 15 clicks to 10 clicks. Well, now it's not about reducing clicks. It's just about, I just talk to my robot and tell my robot what I want. That's efficiency.
You know what the crazy thing is? Asking it to tell you what you're missing too. Like you can ask it to ask, like, here's what I'm trying to do. What questions should I be asking to get a better result from this thing? And it'll actually tell you. So like the Lovable thing, right? So I've got to build this app for scheduling, right? Way in over my head. You
were just complaining about this before I hit the record button, by the way, for everyone who's listening. So we're building, what a lot of people don't know is like, we are talking with all of you and helping you learn AI to be more efficient in your business. But we are also building and using AI to be more efficient in our day-to-day roles to support and serve all of you. So Russ was working on a project using Lovable to support all of you to make him more efficient. So I think that's an important setup to this story, Russ.
Do you remember when I had no hair?
I remember when you had no hair.
I was this close to going back.
So tell us what the point of the story was. You were using Lovable. You were happy. You were frustrated because it wasn't doing what you wanted it to do. Yeah. So you told it what?
So I went to Claude.
I
went to Claude and said, Claude, I'm about to rip all my hair out. I'm trying to get this to work correctly and it's not working correctly. Right. And I ask me the questions you need to know to be able to give me a better solution so I can tell Lovable what to do. And Claude told me, and literally he's like, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. And I literally cut and pasted step 1, paste it into Lovable, and Lovable's like, okay, great. I need this next. And I'm like, well, that's funny because Claude just told me step 2 and had to cut and paste step 2. Like you can have these two things you don't have to figure it out. It's just like, here's what I'm trying to do. Yes. I don't have to know how to do it. I just need to tell it, here's what I'm trying to do. What am I missing?
Yeah.
So my major time constraint, I spend so much time with scheduling appointments and things back and forth and the text and the Calendly link and all the rest of that stuff. It's like, here's the link. You can schedule me, Candace Garcia, Brian Ellington, all in one spot, university. You need a presentation, go there, book it, and it'll sync with our calendar. So I'm like, that's going to save me 50 interactions back and forth in a month minimum. And some will go back and forth 7 times.
I think solves a problem that I hear agents asking when they hear us talk about using AI in their business. Yeah. Is they're asking themselves, I don't know where to use AI.
Yeah.
So agents will say, well, okay, you talk about from a marketing perspective, use AI to write content, but then you tell me, don't use AI because then it's not authentic. It's not my voice. So now, what do I do? So if we pull back from all of that, I think the example that you just gave is a great place for anyone in business to start, is to sit down and say, what takes up time in my business that is administrative that I wish I could solve? And then back into, how could AI solve that?
Right.
And then just go to the robot, go to the AI and say, how could you help me with a scheduling tool?
Yes.
And it will walk you through the rest of it. You don't need to have the solution totally figured out in order to use the AI to get started. The AI will help you figure out the solution.
You think of it more like a master consultant. It's like I can talk to Leonardo da Vinci and I'll be like, I'm trying to build a flying contraption. Where would you even start? And Leonardo would be like, I'm glad you asked, Russ, because I've got some sketches and drawings and designs and all kinds of great ideas. And I've got 700 ways I did it wrong that didn't work, which will lead you to the one that. So it's literally thinking of it like, if I have a master consultant, business consultant, and I sit with them and I'm paying them $1,000 an hour, like my business needs to be more efficient. What do I do? Like the first thing I'm going to make you do is I'm going to make you make a list of the things that are money-making activities. Okay. Mm-hmm. Make a list of the non-money making activities. In my book, Be Followable, I talk about in the business, on the business.
Yes.
Right. A lot of that in the business stuff doesn't make you another dime. So if it's not making me any money and it can be done by something else for free.
Yes.
And it saves me time to be able to do the people part, the money-making part. You'll never make $500 an hour if you're spending your whole week working on $20 an hour, $50 an hour activity. Not that those are not valuable, but I need to spend my week on $500 an hour activities to make $300,000 a year, period.
Yeah.
So, and anything I do over and over and over and over and over and over should be looking for an automation.
Yes. Now here's one for me that I use and that I think a lot of people should be using. Because I don't know about you, but I'm seeing in most of the meetings that I go to, and even for myself, I'm seeing note takers show up to all of these meetings. Everywhere. And I use a note taker, and I love my AI note taker.
Yeah.
But what I was observing for myself, maybe this was just me, is that my AI note taker was showing up to my meetings. It was taking my AI notes. But then I wasn't doing anything with my AI notes afterwards. So it struck me of like, I need to do something with these AI notes. So I programmed my robot to then take my AI notes and then at the end of the day, take my meeting notes from my various meetings, summarize all of them into one daily digest for me, give me all of the to-dos from all of my different meetings into one digest. And then it also gives me some ideas because I said, I want some ideas from my day. Give me some ideas for social posts that I can use based on my day. So kind of real-time feedback. And then also give me some observations. And I say, give me 3 observations based on my day. So that daily digest then gives me one summary of my day. And it sends me that at the end of my day. So then I can have that reflection for the end of my day and I can start my next day going through that to-do list. And I love me a good to-do list.
Yes, I know.
So now I know. So now I'm putting those AI notes into good use, and they're not just going into a folder and being lost. So again, thinking about stepping away from your business and how can I use the technology to make me more efficient, to free up time to spend with people building relationships.
All right. I want to add to that, but I got to be silly first because you know how I'm wired. Do you ever get a summary that says, gee, Wendy, you're using the F word a lot more today than normal?
I haven't, but these observations, and I added in the observation. The observation is very interesting, especially when I wear my wearable note. Yeah. Yes. So the note transcriber that I use Plod. And Plod will automatically turn on if I'm doing a meeting, like this, a virtual meeting on my computer, it will turn on for those. But the wearable version, when I'm like out in person and I wear it for meetings, that's the one that gives me some interesting observations at the end of the day, because it's recording all of what's happening around things. So that one is the fun one.
Good. So let me break this down to stick figure level, because somebody right now is going, Wendy, that sounds really cool. So guys, listen, here's how easy it is. Open up your favorite AI robot and say, hey, I just heard somebody say that I can take all of my recorded stuff that I'm recording and get it put into one place automatically to create summaries of what's going on in my day and to create to-do lists and make sure I didn't miss something or forget something. How do I do that?
How do I do that? Yes.
And it'll tell you exactly what
you need to do. Your robot will tell you that it absolutely will. Okay. Tell me something that you're working on for EXP University that you're excited about.
Yeah. So, boy, I got a big one coming. So train the trainer. So
train the trainer. Oh, I love this.
Train the trainer. So, at some point through massive repetition, I have gotten reasonably decent at training, apparently, allegedly. And there's some people who are like, would you help other people move through this path? So we've got some amazing stuff in EXP University, some of the teaching and training, like the Instagram Live. So I'm doing an Instagram 2-hour session, and there are people that are chomping at the bit that want that info and want those slides and want those scripts so that they can teach that. The challenge is, what we don't want to do is take our information and hand it off and have somebody do weird stuff with it. So what we're trying to do is set up a scenario where we have people that we know are qualified, that we know understand what our goals are as a company, understand that we're not just going to take our stuff and open source it everywhere. Right. We want to have control of the information, control of the quality of the presentation style. And in order to do that, we're going to have a series of hoops to jump through and training to go through. So you'll be sitting with me, most likely on most of them, and talking about, like, how do we become a better trainer? How do you become a better speaker? How do you become a better communicator? And then how do we work within the confines of what EXP University does? EXP University takes our top agents' info and then creates these playbooks. I call them recipes. They create these playbooks, which are literally like a turnkey. Here's exactly how people do what they do. This is exactly what they're doing. Wendy, do you remember the good old days when you were cute little Wendy out there doing open houses in Canada, and she's bopping around the office, and the top agents in the office, would they ever sit down and show you exactly what they're doing?
No, rarely.
No, not so much, right? Yeah. So with that said, our top agents literally will say, here's exactly what I'm doing, exactly how I'm doing it. And then we build in AI prompts where you can literally cut and paste and say, if I want to be like Amy Gregory on Instagram, here's the prompt to say, boom. And it'll give you the words and the verbiage to do. And then, of course, always make it your own. So learning how to make stuff your own without going left turn Clyde and going completely off script forever and making it all about you, that's a lot of what Train the Trainer is. But we just want to ensure the quality of the training. So I'm building out that series, and I've got 6 different modules already built, and I've got some really fun exercises that will be fun, which will make people do it.
That's awesome.
How do you know somebody's good until you make them do it?
Yes.
And you make them do it in front of other people. And so it's that practice and repetition. And just like anything else, the more you do it, the better you get. The more guidance you have, the better you get. How many times did you reach out to me after I did something? You're like, hey, Russ, real quick, a couple of adjustments. So
like a little adjustment. Although I did pick up on the recipe. I like that we have a whole Russ language that is being like part of your brand, right?
It is. It is.
That is. I love it. Like the brand Russ is in full swing. So great job.
Thank you very much for that. I do appreciate that a bunch. You've watched the evolution of this thing. You've watched the butterfly turn into a cocoon and then kick itself down the street and freeze itself to death and bust out, rip its wings off, go back in, try again. But I think, one of the things that you do a bunch and you talk about a bunch, and I know you love this because I do too. Part of the reason we get along is like, you got to learn to lean into being the best you.
Yes.
And that's the thing with the AI. It's like, take the AI and say, okay, based on that, how would I say it? What would I say? Where would I say it? How would I do this? And leaning into that, the look, the feel, the flavor, the vibe. People say, Russ, every time I see you're wound up and you're excited. I'm like, I'm super passionate about what I do. Find something you love so much that you get excited to do it all the time. It's really hard not to be like this, right?
I say to people, one of the biggest compliments I get is when people meet me and they say, I love your Instagram because it feels like you and it's so authentic to you. Like for me, that's when I know that I'm doing it right. Like I give myself 2 thumbs up and a pat on the back for that because that means I'm being authentic, because it should feel like you, the person you meet in real life and the person that shows up on Instagram, they should be that same person, because that's me. Yeah. Like I'm going to look goofy sometimes. I'm not always going to be like totally professional and polished, but yet there is a professional and polished like Wendy here that's going to show up too. And I'm going to find that balance.
Yeah. And then there's the fun side and there's a serious side and there's a business side and there's the fun, and finding the balance. You can't be all one or the other.
That's right.
But show part of who you are and what your life is all about. And I love the fact that you're showing the Toronto Blue Jays baseball games. And I love the fact that you're showing up to hockey games. Blue Jays, and showing up with your hubby doing things.
It's the same with you, right? We know about the woodworking. We know, which actually brings me to a question I had jotted down. Because if you had to pick between, I know that you have 2 big hobbies, right? We know from following along, you've got your woodworking and you've got your love for barbecuing and for the protein that is meat. So if you had to pick between the barbecuing and the woodworking, if you only could do one, which one would you pick?
Oh, Lord. Let's see. My doctor would tell me to say woodworking is way better for you and better for my cholesterol. So
better for your cholesterol. Your wife would probably tell you.
My wife would love that I just give up the barbecuing altogether. So D, none of the above. Both.
None of the above. The barbecuing looks so good.
Thank you. And funny enough, my neighbors love it when I barbecue. They're like, when they see smoke behind my house, they know if they're floating around, I'll see like Ray, he'll be like looking around the corner, and so we've got a single older gentleman, widower, across the street on that side. And then we've got an older woman over this side that now is dating Jerry, which is great. So it's cool. But like I do little like 18-ounce meat love packages, like wrap a tin foil and bring it over there, like hand it to Ray. I'm like, here you go, brother. You do a 12-pound pork shoulder. Like I'm not eating 12 pounds. Like I don't even want to freeze it and eat it for the next year. Right. So the neighbors all get care packages and I just get a kick out of it. Right. So it's short ribs, love short ribs, doing beef ribs when my brothers come into town, which by the way, look like big Flintstone style brontosaurus beef ribs. So I'll do those. Pork shoulders, love doing pork shoulders, chicken, all kinds of. I did lollipop chicken legs. I don't know if you've already know what that is.
I don't, but I think I saw some pictures.
It's a giant waste of time, but they turned out really great. And they're actually a little easier to eat too, by the way.
But you're a great example of showing that sort of whole person, online. And I know we talk about that on the courses that you teach through university. So great job on that. So listen, in closing, the university team, you guys are killing it. You are creating so much great content for all of our EXP agents. What is the best way if our listeners are saying, I got to go check out some of what university is doing? What's the best way for an agent to find out about all of the great programs, tools, content that university has to offer?
Great part is it's named just exactly the way it needs to be named. expuniversity.com is the greatest spot to pop in and see all things university. If you'd like me to come in and present to your team, your group, your organization, you get 20, 30, 40 people say, hey, what does university do? I come in and do some fun stuff and talk about selling houses. And by the way, here's the things that university has and things coming down the pike. So we're actively engaged in making sure that people know what we're doing, where we're going. The stuff that has been built on the back end of university, Wendy, I am blown away by the processes and the quality of stuff that is out there. The nation does not know EXP University has the best training in the country. I've seen it. It's there. And we're going to get known for that. Part of what I'm doing is helping make sure we get known for that. It is incredible, the level of content that they have. And we got to get that word out.
Yes, it is. And that's part of my job too, is helping to get that word out, because we do have such amazing content. We have amazing people like you, like Brian, like Candace, like Elizabeth, like the whole team is just second to none. Amazing. So thank you so much to you and the entire team. How can people find you on social to connect with you?
Yeah, so a couple different ways. You can hit me, Russ Laggan on Facebook, Russ_Laggan on Instagram, or you can hit russlaggan.com. If you hit russlaggan.com, it's got all things Russ, including some bonus stuff. There's an assessment in there to tell what type of communicator you are as a real estate agent. Yay. So what type of communicator are you? Check this out. So go in there, take the assessment, reach out to me. It's got my contact info there to touch me also.
Awesome. So Russ, closing question for you. Yeah. What do you think your personal X factor is?
Verbalizing what I'm passionate about, making things simple.
Making things simple. That's a good recipe. I like that. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for spending some time with us.
You're welcome. Thank you.